This is the Ludlow Porch Show on the Fun Seekers Radio Network, broadcasting today from the Georgia Mountain Fall Festival in Hiawassee, Georgia. Fellow show brought to you in part by Alabama's largest year-round flea market, the Mountaintop Flea Market, and by the Blue Willow Inn. The toll-free lines are now open at 1-800-572-TALK, or in Greater Atlanta, 770-205-2741. And now, here's Ludlow Porch.
Well, good morning, Fun Seekers. How y'all? Boy, is this a great day. Is this a great day. A couple of things before we get started here. Got some sad news. A lot of you know this already, but one of our beloved wackos, Pete Moss. Pete's been very, very sick for a long time, and we've all known that, been pulling for him, and he's put up a good fight, but Pete died yesterday about 2 o'clock. I think it was yesterday, and so just our special sympathies. We're going to miss him. He was a good one, always up, always anxious, put a funny line, and we're going to miss him a lot. Our deepest sympathies to Spanish, his wife, and all his family. Pete Moss, we lost a good one. 1-800-572-8255. And now, I want to tell you about this weather up here today. We have hired, at least temporarily, we've hired a new meteorologist here. Raindrop Renfro, you've heard of Raindrop, world famous. We've hired him for the network, and he'll be giving us up-to-dates on the weather from time to time. But I told him we needed a very special day today. We needed some fair weather, and he has given it to us. It's perfect. If you get a chance, get yourself on up to Hiawassee. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, and Raindrop will appreciate it if you remember him in your prayers. 1-800-572-8255. Let's get right to the phone as we do every week about this time and talk to the one and only Dick Frymire from beautiful Irvington, Kentucky. Mr. Frymire, welcome, big boy.
Well, good morning to you, Cousin Ludlow.
I wish you could be here with us today. We're in Hiawassee, Georgia.
I do, too. I wish I could, too.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Well, we better just get right into it.
Let's just get right into it.
We've had 3 or 4 people wanting to do some whitewashing, and they said they heard me say something one time about what I should mix with the lime to make the best whitewash.
I never remember that when I whitewash. I never remember what
you don't. Well, what you want to do, you want to use skim milk and mix that with the lime, and that makes the best whitewash. Don't use any water, just skim milk.
Boy, isn't that kind of expensive?
No, it won't be too expensive.
Okay.
The person's not going to do that much. It won't cost you over $8 or $10.
All right. That's fine.
Okay, so that'll take care of that. Now, the next thing has to do with Largo. I wanted to know, one time said, I heard you talking about a kiss using up calories. I said, what do you mean by that? Well, if you kiss, usually a kiss uses up about 9 calories. So if you kiss 390 times, you will lose a pound.
And a good marriage, too.
That's right. Now we get right into the football.
All right.
These are the Bobo's picks for this week.
All right.
Alabama, Birmingham versus Louisville. It's going to be Louisville by 2 picks. Kentucky 3 picks over South Carolina. Clemson 16 picks over North Carolina State. Vanderbilt 6 picks over Wake Forest. Virginia Tech 17 picks over Temple. West Virginia 5 picks over Idaho. Mississippi State 3 picks over Auburn. Mississippi 18 picks over Arkansas State. Notre Dame 6 picks over Stanford. Boise State 1 pick over Washington State. Georgia 6 picks over Tennessee, and then the professionals, it will be Tennessee 7 picks over Cincinnati. Atlanta 6 picks over the New York Giants.
All right. Well, that's good news for a change.
Well, yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry to hear about Atlanta losing again last night, but that's the way it goes.
That was tough last night. That was. Well, you can just see it slipping away. You can just feel it slipping away.
We'll close with this thing from the great Egyptian poet Ramses.
The Egyptian poet.
And he said this one time, says, no matter what happens, there is someone who knew it would. So, folks, I'll close with that this week. And whatever you do, don't forget to crow, folks, whatever you do.
Wait, before you go, Frymire.
Yes, sir.
I want to order a couple books. Any way I can do that?
Oh, yes, just send me $30 and make your check payable to Dick Frymire.
Yeah.
And you mail out to Post Office Box 33 at the Irvington, Irvington, Kentucky. And the zip code would be 40146.
Now, how many books do I get for $30?
You get $2, 2 books, and that does include postage and handling, and we ship everything priority mail.
If I was looking to buy Christmas presents, I could just order all the books of yours I wanted, couldn't I?
You sure could.
All right.
And Bobo needs the money.
Bobo needs some money. I'll talk to you, big boy.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, Pat.
Good day.
1-800-572-825. No matter what happens in the world, somebody's going to know it. Ludlow and Diddy coming to you from beautiful Hiawassee, Georgia. We'll be right back.
Fun Seekers, I want to tell you about the granddaddy of all flea markets, and I'm talking about Mountaintop Flea Market and Country Mall, 6 miles west of Atala, Alabama on Highway 278 at the 101-mile marker. Listen, every Sunday morning, but only on Sundays, 1,000 dealers display their wares over 97 acres. 1,000 dealers. Open at 5 o'clock in the morning and goes until, but it's only on Sunday. You tell them Ludlow sent you.
Our number, 1-800-572-8255, Ludlow and Diddy, the Fun Seekers Radio Network. Before we go, let me ask you if you can tell me what these people did for a living. What these folks did for a living. J.C. Dithers, Perry White, Freddie Freeman, Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, Happy Chandler, Philip Gerard, or California Carlson. Know any of those? 1-800-572-8255. We'll be right back.
I want you to listen up, gang, because there's some big news coming out of Mayfield ice cream. Listen, Mayfield has a new flavor. Mayfield has a wonderful flavor, and they call it Hog Heaven. A divine combination of cookie dough ice cream, bits of toffee, chunks of chocolate, and a rich caramel swirl. You are going to love this. Every mouthful gives you a different taste. Mayfield's new Hog Heaven. You go in and ask for it and tell them Ludlow sent you.
This is Profile America for Friday, October 6th. Johnny Appleseed would be proud to see all of the Apple Festivals scheduled across the country this weekend. One of them in Lake City, Minnesota, is even named in his honor. All of them, from Berkeley Springs, West Virginia to Weston, Missouri, feature music, parades, and crafts. But most of all, apples, in pies, pancakes, fritters, or just eaten in hand. Johnny Appleseed was a real person named John Chapman, who helped America's pioneers from the East Coast to the Midwest establish groves of apple trees in the early 1800s. Over 2,500 varieties of apples are grown in the U.S. today. Washington State is the nation's top producer, and we each consume about 19 pounds of apples a year. Profile America is brought to you as a public service by the U.S. Census Bureau.
Out of the fog. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. The Inspector. Hello, Inspector.
Good morning, Monsieur Bebe.
Good morning to you.
Yes, your French is coming along well, Monsieur.
You taught me the accent. I love it.
I'm working on it, doing my bestest, Monsieur.
Good, good.
Monsieur, but it's not out of the foggers this morning. It's out of the thunder showers this morning.
Did y'all get a lot of rain? No, we didn't get any up here.
Oh, really? Yes. We had the good thunder showers and the steady rain.
Yeah.
For, maybe 30 minutes or something. I think it's still, how do you say, swizzling outside or whatever?
Yeah, it's overcast here.
It's what?
It's overcast.
Overcast. What's
Cloudy.
Oh, cloudy, okay. Overcast. Oh, that's a new word. I need to write that down, monsieur.
I talked to I always got to check with the weather people, and we've hired a weather guy now, meteorologist.
Oh, really?
Raindrop Gillespie, and Raindrop says it's going to clear up, and everybody come to the fair.
Really?
Really?
Raindrop Gillespie.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's related to... I knew a Gillespie one time.
Was he a meteorologist?
A what, sir?
A weather guy?
A weather... Oh, the weather guy?
Yeah.
Yes, he was a weather guy. You never knew whether or not he was going to be up to... Monsieur,
yeah.
You do that extremely well as well. But, monsieur, you're up there at the fair?
Yes, uh-huh.
I want you to be on the lookout for my Minky Beauregard.
Beauregard?
Yes, he is dressed as a walking corn dog, monsieur.
Really?
Yes. He's going around expounding on espousing the joys and wonders of eating the corn dog.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And how healthy it is for you?
Yes, it's good. He's a kind of a spokesmonk.
Yeah, a spokesminky, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And he's also passing out free samples of denture grip, monsieur.
All right. I will watch for you. You think he could be in this area?
He may be just dogging around there any minute. You will never know until you see.
I will watch for him.
Well, I don't know. I can't describe. Have you ever seen a minky dressed as a corn dog, monsieur?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever seen a corn dog dressed as a minky?
Now, that I have, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I like corn. I eat corn dogs on a regular basis.
You know, corn dogs were invented in France, monsieur.
Were they really?
Yes. Everything was invented in France.
Dare I ask who invented them?
Yes.
Who invented them?
Chenille Corduroy, monsieur.
Chenille Corduroy.
Yes. He had a big harvest of corn one year.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with it. And he wrecked a truckload of pigs on the way to market.
Uh-huh.
So he had a bunch of weenies. He, it didn't...
That's all he was in France.
Yes. Well, yeah, we had our share of weenies, that's for sure. But anyway, the weenie rolled off the table and into his cornmeal mix.
Yeah.
And then he picked it up and threw it into the fire to get rid of it, and he noticed it started swelling up and looking good. So.
What an amazing story.
It's a long story. It's in chapter 7 of my new book, monsieur.
Yeah, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Got to tell you, to give you a little inside scoop here, we're on the stage in this beautiful auditorium. It seats about 3,000 people. You can hear them applauding and screaming and hollering as we talk here this morning.
I can, monsieur. Yes, of course.
When they were up here a week ago, 2 weeks now, I guess, Charlie Pride was the featured act, and I'm sitting right where Charlie Pride was singing Elijay.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Elijay.
Yeah.
That's the old Hanky Williams song?
Hanky Williams?
Yes.
Wrote that entire thing from start to finish.
Yeah, talking about some old stiff Indian or something, isn't it?
Yeah, what he's talking about, cigar store Indian, yeah.
A what?
A cigar store Indian.
What is a cigar store Indian?
It's a wooden Indian standing by the door.
Oh, that stands out front.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we have that in front of my house, monsieur.
Oh, do you?
Yes, but it's a French mermaid. Yes.
French mermaid.
Yeah, French mermaid carved out of wood. She's a beautiful sight to behold. At Christmas, I put little red lights in strategic places, and it's kind of funny.
I bet it is funny. How about your wife? She think it's funny, too?
Yes, she thinks it's funny. Well, at Christmas time, she stays half snockered on cognac, so anything's funny to her. But, monsieur?
Yes.
I have a real challenge on my hands today.
A challenge?
Yes. Mr. Haney has asked me to help him go continental.
Okay.
Everyone knows Mr. Haney.
Right.
And they can picture in his mind how he dresses with the little pinstripe suit, the little bitty funky tie.
Yeah.
And the straw fedora or whatever kind of hat that you call that.
It's a hat.
Yes, just a little straw hat.
Yeah.
Monsieur, he's decided he wants to become the alpha male, monsieur.
So what's he going to do about that?
I don't know. We're going to dress him in some earth tones.
Oh,
and,
you get to handle that.
Yes, we're going to redecorate him, I guess you might say.
All right.
Kind of bring him up to status now that he wants to be a man of the new millennium, monsieur.
Well, let us know if we can help at all.
Okay. And one other thing, you were rattling off a list of people you wanted to know what they did for a living.
Yes.
You left out one famous guy, monsieur.
Who's that?
Is my good friend Louis Peugeot.
Louis Peugeot. He's a talk show host in France.
In the south of France, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, he has a very good talk show host. You know what he does is he brings your show in on the satellite, too.
Oh, that's good.
Into the south of France.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of fans in France, monsieur.
I love it.
Yes, with especially with the comments you make about the French people being a bunch of sissy weenies.
Yeah.
But hey, that's life, monsieur.
If they can't take the truth.
Monsieur, remember what Louis says.
What
Just as you.
What does he say?
Whatever else you do today, you find some old girl to get drunk with.
I'll talk to you later.
Right,
Bye-bye.
Very good.
Very good. 1-800-572-8255 is our number. Hey, guys, hit the Hiawassee. The Fall Festival starts today, 10 days and nights, live entertainment in the Anderson Music Hall. We're there right now. Trip back through history in our pioneer village and handmade arts and crafts. You come on and relax on the shores of beautiful Lake Chattanooga. And today it is especially beautiful. And some color coming into the leaves. Good day for you to discover this place. I'll be singing in a few minutes. Y'all talk to each other.
Well, he stood there and said he never let it show. Oh, he could never answer yes or no. Oh, Lord Elijah, well, he never got a kiss. Oh, Lord Elijah, he don't know what he missed. Is it any wonder that his face is red? Girl, I cheer that poor old wooden head. Oh, yes.
Elijah.
Okay, so I'm a teenager, right? And everyone's so quick to judge me. On the outside, I may look like... But on the inside, I'm all... Just because I look like... doesn't mean I act that way. In fact, I'm actually involved in crime prevention. That sounds more like this. It's really a great way to convince adults that while you may be looking, you're really thinking.
Call 1-800-722-TEENS to find out how to make your community a safer place for everyone. Get involved. Get the number and call. 1-800-722-TEENS. A public service message from the Crime Prevention Coalition of America, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Ad Council.
Save a place for me. Save a space for me. In your heart. In your heart. Save a place for me. Save a space for me.
Kids grow up and kids dream. Some dream of going to college. Dreams the United Negro College Fund helps make real. But for every deserving student we help, there's one we can't, not without the funds. Please help us ensure there will be a place for everyone with a dream.
Save a place for me.
Please support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Call 1-800-332-UNCF.
All right, don't you love it? 1-800-572-8255, Cleveland, Tennessee, and Dixie. Hello, Dixie.
Good morning.
How are you, my love?
Well, I'm pretty good.
Good.
I have this custard pie recipe that the lady asked for last week. I don't remember her name, but she said she traveled a lot. And this is an old-fashioned custard recipe. I'm 72. It was my grandmother's. That's as far as I know that it goes back. And it is a real custard pie.
All right.
Combine 4.
Is this real long, Dixie?
No, it's very short.
Okay.
That's why I'm calling.
All right, good girl. Thank you.
Combine 4 slightly beaten eggs, half a cup of sugar, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of almond.
Okay.
Then you add 2½ cups of scalded milk.
Scalded.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes 2 pies. My mother and I always had a big pie pan, and we made 1 pie out of it. I think it's better when it's thick. And to chill the crust before filling. Now, I would take a little bit of the egg mixture and brush it on there because you put this warm milk in there, and it has a tendency to seep through the pie crust.
Okay.
So you end up with an upside-down pie.
End up with pudding.
There you go. Something. It's not a good pie anyhow.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right, you're a sweetheart.
Okie dokie. I hope she was listening.
I hope so, too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
1-800-572-8255. Now, if you want to really find those things, family reunions have a specialty place for those. Really, really good specialty. That's the place they make them best of all. London, Kentucky, and Kris is on the air. Hello, Kris.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing so good today.
Oh, I wish I was down there at the fair.
I wish you were, too.
It's turned cold up here and raining.
Well, it looks like it could rain up here, but it's one of those days with the high clouds.
But they're calling for snow this weekend.
Yeah, I heard that. That's something.
Well, I was really sorry to hear about Pete Moss.
A good guy.
Yeah, he sure was. On a couple of those people, you want to know who they were?
Yeah.
Wasn't Happy Chandler used to be the governor of Kentucky?
Yep. He was well known for another job he had too. But you're right about the governor of Kentucky. Yeah.
Oh, he did sing "My Old Kentucky Home" at the opening of the races over at Louisville.
Yeah. Let me tell you something else he did. He was a baseball commissioner. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it wouldn't take me long to get a Kentucky call.
And I'll get another one. Perry White, he was attorney.
No, that's Perry Mason's attorney.
Oh, that's right. Perry White. The name's familiar, and I can't place it.
You're going to kick yourself because you know who it is.
Well, yeah. I can't think of it.
You keep listening. Somebody get it.
Okay, one more. Mr. Dithers, wasn't that who Dagwood worked for?
That's right, J.C. Dithers Construction Company. You're exactly right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, my love. You take care of yourself.
You too. Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon. 1-800-572-8255. Ludlow and Benny, and boy, we're having fun. Oh, here he is, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Pardon me, boy. There's no account.
Hey, Noah.
How you doing, Noah?
Noah. Ludlow, how are you?
I'm good, buddy.
I'm hanging in there like that loose, too.
Attaboy.
Anyway, Wednesday we were talking about the vicious wild.
Mm-hmm.
That event happened, about 50 years ago, and the guy that told that to me told it for the truth. And it just goes to show you, anything that happens, somebody sooner or later is going to think it up.
Yeah,
because
I tell you what, I bet you that's happened more than once.
I tell you, 2 more times happened to me.
Yeah.
But I just barely got my radio turned back on until Danny or George One came up with that song.
Oh, the gourmet restaurant, yeah, Denny.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's not the song about the Chesbury restaurant and the vicious wild.
Yeah, right.
All right. 2 more times this happened to me. My wife and I were in a little discussion about when an event happened. I said 1976. She said, no, way before then. It went back and forth. And finally, she saw she was losing. And she said, oh, forget it. I said, forget what? And that turned up in the Peanuts column.
I love it.
Because, Sparky Choo would not use a gag that somebody tried to bring to him. He didn't want to listen to it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And then another one happened on Dennis and Menace. I was at a Christmas dinner party. The couple sitting at the table had a retarded son, about 13 years old, and but he had an intellect to about a 4 or 5 years old. And they told us that this happened the Christmas before. but Santa Claus was real to him.
Mm-hmm.
And Christmas morning, he got up early, ran into the bedroom, and said, "Mama, Daddy, come on, get up. Santa Claus has been here." But says, "You'll never believe what he did. He used some of our wrapping paper." And
that's wonderful.
And you know, sooner or later somebody's going to think it up if it doesn't happen.
That's exactly right.
Now, you told about your grandson and his father in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Somebody will think that up someday.
Oh yeah. If it's that funny, it's going to wind up in a book or on some radio someplace.
There's many writers out there trying to make a living.
And not much to write about.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Noah, come see us, buddy.
All right.
I'll talk to you. Hey, gang, I want you to come along with the Fun Seekers as they discover why Irish eyes are smiling. We're going to Ireland. We're going in May, and we're going to have the time of our life. We're going May 26th. It's going to be 12 nights. Beautiful hotels, full Irish breakfast dinner each day, cabaret shows, and visits to some of the most famous pubs in Ireland. Going to be one great 12 days. Want you to go with us. Want you to be there as we're looking at 16th century Trinity College in Dublin as we tour the famous Ring of Kerry, the Blarney Castle, and kiss the Blarney Stone, Waterford Crystal Factory as we go into some of the world's best-known pubs and restaurants. Want you there with us. It's going to be a good crowd, good friends, good wackos. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to call 1-888-256-3044. 1-888-256-3044. Leave your name and address or telephone number, and we'll get right back to you. Now, Nancy's not going to answer the phone right now because she's up here with me, but you can leave her an address, or just leave the telephone number, and one of us will call you back. Number again, 1-888-256-3044. It's toll-free. Now, what's going to happen is we got about 250 or 300 of these brochures out. What's going to happen is these things are starting to come in now, and it's going to fill up. And I don't want you left out. If you got any idea about going, now is the time, because May 26th is not as far away as we think. So give us a call. 1-888-256-3044. Thank you.
Son, you're listening to the Ludlow Porch Show on the Fun Seekers Radio Network. While the information you can obtain from this show is downright informative, son. Ludlow and his wacko friends talk about everything from B to P. So that's B to P, son. Birds to politics. B to P. Get it, son? Anyway, all of us farm preachers tune in weekday mornings to listen to Ludlow, because it sure beats watching silly cartoons or listening to rock and roll. Listening to rock and roll. But the main reason we listen to Ludlow here on the farm is that it keeps us all away from doing chores, son. I mean, I'd rather listen to Ludlow Porter than slop a hog any day. Besides, Ludlow's smarter than the average bear, son. So be sure to listen to the Ludlow Porch Show weekdays, and you can put your chores off till the weekend, son.
Well, I went to the Shade Prairie. The food was good there, I've been told. They said I should try some of that their vicious squash, but when they brought it, it was cold. I said, don't you just have some tomato soup? He said, little bumptious and open up. I said, well, bring me a big bowl of that. He did, and that explains it wasn't cold.
All right. 1-800-572-8255. Beloved Choo-Choo there. Choo-Choo, how you doing?
Hello, Ludlow.
Do you like vichyssoise, Choo?
What?
Vichyssoise.
I don't know. What is it?
Well, it's kind of like, no, it's exactly like cold potato soup, made with potatoes and leeks.
Well, I don't reckon I like that.
Yes, you would, Choo.
You think I would?
Just pretend that your pot malfunctioned and stuff to the Choo-Choo's one of my favorite soups. It's wonderful.
Well, I might. You know, you can't never tell. I never thought I liked the idea of losing weight till Frymire got on there this morning.
Yeah.
He showed us how to do it and maybe enjoy it.
Showed you how to lose weight?
Yeah.
What did he say? I missed it.
Kissing.
Oh, kissing. Yeah.
Kissing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you could put on a seminar with that, couldn't you?
Uh-huh.
Sit right up here, young lady. Let me demonstrate. Yeah, you could do that.
I was expecting you to get right in there with him on that, but you kind of lay low on that.
Yeah, just kind of lay back in the bushes.
But he said you can lose a pound ever so many kisses.
About 900, I think.
That's a lot of kisses.
That's a lot of kisses.
Yeah. I went to the heart doctor, Luddy, day before yesterday.
Yeah.
And he is telling me, we got talking about Ludlow Porch. And, of course, my heart doctor knows Ludlow Porch pretty good. And he got telling about something you done that I missed. I don't know. I didn't think you'd ever done anything that I missed.
What, you mean on the air? Oh.
Yeah, you done it on the air and got a bunch of people all excited.
What did I do?
Something about a stamp. What you called a name for a stamp.
Uh-huh.
And you was talking about the stamp, so he said, and everybody thought you was talking about something else. Do you remember any such?
No.
I don't either. But anyway, he was laughing about it, and he said it's real funny.
I might remember if I talked to him, he gave me some clues, but I don't remember that.
And ain't no telling how long how long ago that's been, But anyway, excuse me, I was telling him about falling off the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know about that. And he had a fit.
Yeah.
He said, he told his nurse, said, get him out of here, said he's crazy.
Well, it sounded like a pretty smart doctor.
He said, I said, no, Doc, I said, I ain't crazy. I just had to have the gutters cleaned out.
Yeah.
And he went on in and started doing his thing on his recorder,
Uh-huh.
And I went in there, and Big Joe asked him, said, Doc, said, what are you doing? He said, I'm recording this. And
it sounded like he about to be writing the book, too.
She said, I thought you were fixing up papers, sending him off.
Choo, you got to get out of here, buddy.
Let you have fun. We're getting some rain here in Dallas.
All right, well, we're not getting into here, but it's just a matter of time, I guess. You take care of yourself.
All right.
Bye-bye. Gang wants you to visit Alabama's largest year-round flea market. The Mountaintop Flea Market is near Attala, Alabama, where over 1,000 dealers display their wares over there every Sunday, but only on Sunday. 1-800-572-8255. Let's go to Rome, Georgia, and talk to the Floyd County assassin, my buddy Jim. Hello, Big Jim.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing. Wouldn't you say that any morning that you wake up and things aren't any worse is a good morning?
I would think so, even if you're holding your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I woke up, I don't have leprosy or anything like that.
Very good. That you know of.
Well, that I know of. I have no opportunity to catch leprosy, really.
There was a cartoon in Leatherneck magazine, Marine Corps magazine one time. Cartoon, two Marines walking down the street in some tropical isle. And from the second story window, a woman is shouting down to them. And she said, come up here. I don't know. It didn't tell about her occupation. I just have to guess.
Working woman.
Well, yeah, woman said, come up. I'll give you something you've never had before. And one turned to the other and said, what do you think she's got, bubonic plague?
Yeah. In reading some of your books, I got the impression you like to ponder.
Ponder. Yeah, I'll ponder with the best of them.
And I'm kind of ponderous myself.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And I was thinking about the thing that made me a curmudgeon.
Oh, tell me.
Yeah, and you can't be one of those I had to overcome, a tendency to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
A sparkling personality and everything.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely irascible, as the saying goes.
Yeah.
But I listening to accordion music made me like that. I hate those things.
Accordion music turns you into a curmudgeon.
That's right. I hate them.
I got a buddy who is a real horse's patoot. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
And he was so glad when he got to be middle-aged because then he could call himself a curmudgeon.
Uh-huh.
And when you assume that identity, then the fact that you are a horse's rear end kind of comes to a natural thing. And you don't have to bear any blame for that. You simply say, oh.
Yeah, that's the second stage of conversion.
That's right, I'm a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
And he's really proud of that. Most everybody I know hates him.
Well, I tell you, is there an accordions, you know?
Yeah.
Will they play anything other than Lady of Spain?
Oh, no, not over the long haul. You got to kind of recharge their batteries with Lady of Spain.
Hey, something else that I thought of. If you have a protruding belly button, do you think you ought to take up the accordion?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't. It would sound dangerous.
Yeah. Another thing I was pondering is something you wrote about the prison movies.
Uh-huh.
How they're all kind of just alike.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, and you talk about the black guy playing the harmonica.
Nobody knows the trouble I see.
Yeah, that's right. He's going down toward the old Sparky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that it's always a priest. It's never a Protestant preacher.
Yeah, Pat O'Brien.
Yeah.
Pat O'Brien when they can get him.
Right. But of course, there's a couple of things you left out.
But let me touch on that just 1 second, then you can go on. I was 18 years old before I knew that they didn't public electrocute anybody except Catholics. I thought a Presbyterian was going to like it. You never saw a Presbyterian preacher going down that last month.
Well, you know, me being a druid, I could, you know.
Yeah, go ahead. I interrupted.
Anyway, you left out a couple of things like the tight shots of the clock.
Oh yeah, very good.
You know, and the telephone
yes.
for the governor to.
Very good.
And then of course there's the solemn old executioner with his hand on the switch.
Pop.
Yeah. And then of course there's one guy is let's call him Rocky.
Yeah.
As Rocky goes by, he says, "More power to you, Rocky."
And you know it's always raining.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And of course the guy from Hara says, says it's not plugged in.
And don't forget Sylvia Sidney always at the front gate with rain dripping off her nose.
Yeah.
You have to have all those people to make a good.
Well, that's right. But now, of course, we also left out the guy that goes ape right at the last moment.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever know anybody that could do a better job of going ape than James Cagney?
Oh no. Several movies he went nuts in.
Yeah.
And it was just as that like you were there watching a crazy man.
I get the role, the movies mixed up in the lines and things that he says, like "top of the world, Ma."
Yeah, that was the one where he was so nuts about his mama. That was White Heat.
Yeah, that's
great movie.
Yeah, come up and get me, Copper.
Come down, Rocky. You're surrounded. All right, I gotta go.
Is it Rocky? I'm your mother. Yeah, you're a mother, all right.
You take care of yourself.
Okay, I'll do my best.
I'll talk to you about it.
Bye-bye.
Blue Willow Inn, Social Circle, Georgia. Let me give you a simple fact gag when you get ready for a meal that contains the most wonderful fried chicken you ever put in your mouth, fried green tomatoes, roast beef, got those pole beans that just kind of glisten. Then you know how to study that. Just kind of glisten. You know, when they glisten like that, you know a Methodist cooked them. Only a Methodist can do that. It's a wonderful thing. You go down there, it's in beautiful Social Circle, Georgia. Tell them you just want to look at their beans. It's wonderful. Go in there and tell them Ludlow sent you and have a meal of a lifetime. It is there in beautiful Social Circle, Georgia.
Did you hear what Smokey said? Did you hear what Smokey said? I want to know if you heard what Smokey said. Smokey said only you.
This is Marty Stewart from my pal Smokey Bear. When you build a campfire, make sure it's clear of overhanging branches, dry grass, and leaves. Remember, keep the campfire small, surrounded with rocks.
He didn't say nothing about the girl next door. He didn't say nothing about the man down the street. Smokey didn't mention nobody else. Smokey said only you. Only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can prevent forest fires.
I want to know if you heard what Smokey said. And to make sure your campfire is completely out, drown it with water. Stir it with a shovel, then drown it again. I want to know if you heard what Smokey said. Oh, Smokey said only you.
This message from the USDA Forest Service, your state forest and the Advertising Council.
He comes over to the house in a 3-day beard, sleeps on the couch, makes the place smell weird. He's on something and it damn sure ain't a job. He scares the kids, stays on the phone. He's got a car somewhere for me to co-sign on. He's been disowned and his wife's run off with bone. She finally told him he wasn't worth a damn. He tries to blame it all on Vietnam, but he wasn't there. He was 12 in 74.
All right, my brother-in-law. It's Friday, October the 6th, gang. That means today is the opening of the Big Fall Festival in Hiawassee, Georgia, and we are here to help them do it. Now, this festival includes the famous Georgia's official state fiddlers convention. And I haven't seen that, but tell me that's a big deal. For 10 days, this non-commercial fair, sponsored by the Towns County Lions Club, will give you a walk back into the past. You'll be able to enjoy mountain arts, crafts, and country music. Fun for the whole family when you come to the festival, starting today and going through the 15th right here in Hiawassee. Come and see a mountain village, over 60 artists and craftsmen exhibiting their work, country music, kiddie rides, and more. Once you take a walk back into the past and enjoy the mountain arts and crafts. Denny and I were talking about the whittling and that stuff like that. It's absolutely amazing. Don't you dare miss it. The Fall Festival right here in Hiawassee. You might want to call ahead, or you might just want to come on and see. But do this. You be sure and bring the kids. Children of all ages are going to enjoy this place. We're just like it's been on the shores of Lake Chattanooga, and it is just absolutely gorgeous as you look out here. This one is. If you're a sightseer or just like old-fashioned things, you're gonna love it here. Come on up. 1-800-572-8255. Ludlow and Denny. We'll be here for the rest of the day. Is on the broadcast time. We'll be here at 12 o'clock, and we'll be rambling around up here and see what's going to happen. I wish I could give you a better idea about the weather, but right now it could kind of go either way. It's cloudy and not raining at the moment, but you just never know. So come on, a lot of indoor stuff to do up here. A lot of indoor stuff. Come on up here, find you a nice hotel room, and enjoy. We'll be right back. This is the Ludlow Porch Show on the Fun Seekers Radio Network, broadcasting today from the Georgia Mountain Fall Festival in Hiawassee, Georgia. The Ludlow Show brought to you in part by Pools Barbecue and the world-famous Pig Head of Fame, by Air Trent Airways, It's Something Else, and by the Lanier Lodge. The toll-free lines are now open at 1-800-572-TALK, or in Greater Atlanta, 770-205-2741. And now, here's Ludlow Porch. Well, good morning again, Fun Seekers. How y'all out there in Radio Land? I'm glad you're with us. As Denny's already told you, it's the Georgia Mountain Fall Festival. Starts today, Hiawassee, Georgia, and we are here. We're here on the stage at the Anderson Music Hall. And it's empty except for us, but the crowds will be here by and by. We're going to have a good time today for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're up here. Looks like it could rain, but not for sure. We're up here for Catch-Up Day and for the opening of the fair. So we'll talk about anything that may be on your mind. Something I wanted to throw out to you, and I did, but you haven't done very well with these. Let's see if we can pick it up. I'm going to give you some people, and you give me their occupation. Ready? Perry White, Freddie Freeman, Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, Philip Gerard, and California Carlson. Know any of those? 1-800-572-8255. Listen, when you're out and about south of here, apparently we've had several calls from the south of here in the Atlanta area, and the rain there, heavy thunderstorms last night. Not here, no rain at all. But it might. You never know when it's going to start up. It is low-lying clouds right now. It could rain any time. You need to plan on getting up here. Once you come to this fall festival, where you're going to see a mountain village with over 60 artists and craftsmen exhibiting their work, country music, kiddie rides, and more. While you're here, you can take a walk back into the past and enjoy mountain arts and crafts. Don't want you to miss this special one. The Fall Festival starts today, goes to the 15th, right here in beautiful Hiawassee, Georgia. Go to Spartanburg, South Carolina, where my buddy David is standing by. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Ludlow. How are you today?
Doing good, buddy. You all right?
Doing fine. Heard you in Denver this morning on WKDY.
Oh, yeah, good.
Glad to have you here.
Well, good to be there.
I got a couple I know.
All right, you got two of these, you mean?
Yeah, I got Perry White. You know, he's a Daily Planet editor.
Very good, very good.
And Philip Gerard, my favorite show, The Fugitive, he caught David Jansen.
I'm proud of you because that, I figured that'd be the hardest one.
No, that's an easy one.
Very good. I guess anything is easy if you know it.
That's right.
All right.
Thank you, Ludlow.
David, good to talk to you, buddy. Call us again.
Take care.
Bye-bye. 1-800-572-8255, Ludlow and Denny on the Fun Seekers Radio Network. I'd like to have you jump in here and join us. I did not see any of the vice presidential debate last night. I was depressed from the Braves game, so I didn't watch any more television. Didn't see any of that. What do you think? I hadn't heard anything about it this morning. We got up and got out before the news got on the television. I just wondered if you saw it, if there was a clear-cut winner, if somebody got well on that debate or somebody just got messed up. What do you think? We'll talk about that today, if you like. That's one of the things we talked about earlier in the week. I expected this to have more fireworks than the other. I don't know where it did or not than the presidential. I don't know where it did or not, but you can call and tell us. 1-800-572-8255. We'll be right back.
Hello, darling. This is Louis. Darling, it's so nice to have you.
What a day. What a day. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to go to beautiful St. Simon's Island and talk to our friend Bubblehead. Good morning, Bubblehead.
Dude.
How you doing?
Man, it is beautiful down here.
Well, I know it is. Any rain? Any bad weather?
No, gorgeous.
Good
it's going to be in the high 70s today. High sky, a few little puppies here and there.
All right.
Kind of like yesterday, you know. I must have fallen asleep. I've been on hold for 25 hours. I was trying to get in and talk to that lovely lady from Moultrie, and I just couldn't get through.
Well, yeah, pretty full switchboard.
Yeah, he had them all backed up.
Yeah, sure did.
My sweet, lovely, and long-suffering wife claims Moultrie as her home place.
Oh, really?
So I was going to call and ask about her family name, but I figured, can I ask, is Head Scottish or Scots or Irish? You know, that's me.
I don't know.
You can call me Bubble, but
some
people call me Mr. Head.
I got 2 or 3 straight lines here that I'm not going to use.
I know. As soon as I said that, I realized I was on thin ice.
Yeah.
Better be careful there.
Yeah, you can rely on my friendship always.
Well, anyway, I always enjoy listening to her. She does a good job.
Does a great job.
And, you know, I was walking down, this is how pretty it was. I'm walking down the beach yesterday with my radio ears on, listening to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm halfway between Gould's Inlet and the King and Prince Hotel.
Yeah.
And y'all played, first you played Danny Boy. And that kind of got the pump primed in my eyeballs.
Yeah.
And then a little bit later you played Amazing Grace. And I'm walking down the beach with these tears running down my face, trying to smile.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are looking at me thinking, who's that weirdo?
Yeah.
I can't listen to that song without getting all choked.
No, nor can I.
Yeah.
And when they get to a certain part, when all of the instruments come in that Amazing Grace, I get a chill up my back.
Well, that's about the time the first little drip came out of my right eye.
Yeah, that's tough. Tough. Beautiful song.
Pardon me?
Beautiful song.
Yeah, it is. Let me leave you with one thought since it's Friday.
Okay.
You know, George W., the governor of Texas, has fried so many convicted murderers that stop calling him the governor and start calling him the colonel. Y'all have a beautiful day and have fun.
That ain't bad, Bubblehead. Call us again soon, buddy.
See you.
Bye-bye. 1-800 1-800-572-8255. That's a pretty good line. That is a pretty good line. Ludlow and Diddy on the Fun Seekers Radio Network. It is Friday, gang. It is catch-up day. And we'll talk to you about anything on your mind. So just jump up here and call my friend George. He's waiting to hear from you. Airtran Airways, gang, and you take my word for it, it is something else. Let's go to beautiful Monroe, Georgia now and talk to the king of Monroe Radio, my friend John.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. The chair has a new chair. I kid you not now. I've got it's got 5 on the floor, padded armrest, a cup holder.
Are you kidding me?
I kid you not. It's amazing what you can find at yard sales.
Wow, you found that yourself?
Well, another guy who works here chased it down for me.
Well, that's wonderful.
And I was, flying the ball game yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And he comes rolling in with it. He said, "Get out of that squeaky thing."
Good for you.
Trying to hear it on the air.
Good for you. And it's got a cup holder and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send you a cup.
Ludlow Porch mug, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Perry White was the editor of the Daily Planet.
That's very good. That's very good. Who was Freddie Freeman?
I have not the slightest idea.
Throckmorton Gildersleeve.
The water commissioner on...
very good.
On Tipper McGee and Molly.
And then later on his own show, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm proud of you.
Do your impersonation of Gildersleeve.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You knew if he could get his hands around that little alien's neck. And they called him Unc.
Yeah, just to get under his skin to do that.
That's all.
It's that little boy in that series, and Dennis the Menace, who tormented Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
I've never understood why. And Dr. Smith on Lost in Space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could just lump all 3 of those together. And why they weren't escorted to the nearest cliff and pushed over, I'll never know.
You know, the American taste is a funny thing. They put characters on television that have no redeeming qualities. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I was speaking about Barney Fife. Now, Barney was funny, I guess. But why was he funny? I don't know. He was a coward, a cheapskate, a braggart, a liar. But we liked him.
Sounds like a politician.
And he won 5 Emmys for that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And other actors who've worked their lives doing serious parts, Shakespeare and stuff along those lines.
Yeah.
You don't even recognize their names.
That's right.
Yeah.
And plus, it's part of the times, too. If you tried to have a television show like Andy Griffith's show that features a drunk about once a month and they have Otis come in, you couldn't do that today.
Yeah.
Oh, the do-gooders would be on top of you saying alcoholism is a disease, and we all know that, but we also know that drunks are pathetic. Drunks can be very funny.
Would a show like All in the Family work today?
I don't know, because some of the stuff they do, we wouldn't even wrinkle our noses at today, and we thought was milestone stuff when they did it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching some programs on TV Land or some of the other rerun channels.
Yeah.
And if you'll notice the style of how the programs are made, you'll listen in the background and you'll always hear that sappy music playing, as the action is going on.
Yeah.
And then, you don't hear that much on today's program.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the background, they do that right out the silent movies, and you just kept running with it.
That's right.
Never stopped.
But I wonder what television and, for that matter, radio will be like 20 years from now.
Oh, no telling. No telling.
It's going to be interesting to see.
They say a pendulum swings. Well, they may go back to on television to putting clothes on and not touching one another.
What a concept.
You want to go to bed? No, let's just shake hands.
That's right. No, this is our first date. I'll see you later.
I'm ready for a little of that. I swear I am. They've done all they can do to shock me.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll see. We'll see.
There's nothing left for the imagination.
We'll see if that pendulum actually swings.
It will. It'll just take you a long time to get back.
Well, it goes around, comes around.
That's
yeah.
right. Have a good weekend.
Listen, enjoy that chair. What, you got a pretty good warranty on it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
In lifetime, I don't know whether it's the chairs or mine. So.
Enjoy the chair.
We'll do that.
And certainly all of our listeners are going to enjoy it.
That's right.
Talk to you later, big boy.
Have a good weekend.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
1-800-572-8255. More right after this.
I want you to listen up, gang, because there's some big news coming out of Mayfield Ice Cream. Listen, Mayfield has a new flavor. Mayfield has a wonderful flavor, and they call it Hog Heaven. A divine combination of cookie dough ice cream, bits of toffee, chunks of chocolate, and a rich caramel swirl. You are going to love this. Every mouthful gives you a different taste. Mayfield's new Hog Heaven. You go in and ask for it and tell them Ludlow sent you.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Eggs, couple of eggs, eggs, couple of eggs, and over lightly with sausage, cafe, no, cheeseburger. When you stop serving breakfast? No breakfast. No breakfast? No. I just want a couple of eggs. No breakfast. Cheeseburger. Huh? I don't want a cheeseburger. Come on, don't give me that. Come on, let's go. We gotta have turnover. We want a cheeseburger. Come on, everybody get a cheeseburger. You want a cheeseburger? Come on. I want a cheeseburger. It's too early for a cheeseburger. Too early for a cheeseburger? Look. Cheeseburger.
Boy, we having fun. Good music. Brunswick, Georgia. Knoxville and Don on the radio. Hello, Don.
Hey, good morning, Ludlow.
Good morning, pal. How you doing?
I heard the debates last night.
What do you think?
Well, they were a perfect example of exactly what a debate should be. A debate should be a presentation of facts with good logical reasons behind them. Should be consistent. Should have a clear-cut delivery. And it should be well organized. It was exactly what a debate should be. Each man presented his facts. The other, if he didn't agree with them, he refuted them and tried to give his facts to refute. Now, the Gore-Bush debate never got to that point because Bush didn't know enough to refute anything. All he could do was just to come up with one-line quips like funny mathematics or something. He really just did not know enough facts to debate anything.
Mm-hmm.
And my final little statement, you may question me if you choose, but the reason people like George Bush is because he's like Barney Fife. Mm-hmm. They like Barney Fife for those reasons that you mentioned. And that's the same reason that they like George Bush.
Yeah, I would question that. I would question that. And I don't know the man. I don't know what kind of personality he's got. And I'm not in his corner as much as I'm away from Gore's corner. Gore is that old town. Let's have more government.
Well, yeah, I don't go with more government either, and I think the Democrats really have come to that and are going to be reducing government. I'm not terribly attracted to Gore either.
You see some sign that the Democrats are going to smaller. Boy, that'd be the best move.
Yeah, they've gradually done that with some pressure from Republicans. But Bush, if he were running for high school senior class president, I would be the first one to vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just the perfect, like the president of the fraternity or something like that. But for president of the United States, he is going to be a puppet on the string for a whole lot of people who are going to be telling him to do this and do that and say this and say that. He is just doesn't. His father was one of the most qualified men to ever be president. He is one of the most least qualified men to ever run for the office. It's just as simple as that. He has no business even being in the position to run for
Okay, as I said earlier, I don't beat the drum heavy, man. I think Gore's a dangerous man. I don't think Gore's a bright man. I don't think the truth is in him.
Well, that's why.
So I don't know which one to vote for.
That's why he's having so much trouble being popular. He comes across as being so forceful and strong-willed, but he does know the facts, and he's qualified to deal with real issues, I think. So, I think he's the final choice, really.
Okay,
I had that little fear.
I got to run. Let's talk
Okay.
again. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Reminds me of the Frankenstein monster's illegitimate son. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Time for O'Neill Outside, brought to us by our buddies at the More Than Wonderful Georgia Power Company. Enjoy.
A few weeks ago at a firearms show in Atlanta, literally hundreds, nay, thousands of handguns, rifles, shotguns, knives, machetes, bullets, cartridges, and associated paraphernalia were displayed before hordes of interested attendees. Not a shot was fired. No one was robbed, molested, stabbed, or fired upon. What a temptation for everyone involved. Gosh, with all that firepower and weapons made for bodily injury, how could they possibly resist? I mean, aren't we just itching to load up and kill or rob someone? Exhibitors had lots of cash. What happened? Why weren't they held up at gunpoint like everywhere else in the city? Don't we need some more laws to make it more difficult for the guns to be so readily available? No, we don't. This excellent example demonstrates that it's not the presence of guns, knives, and the like that makes the murder and crime rates soar in the urban areas. It's the lack of personal integrity, no history of family discipline and influence, no parental instruction, and ultimately the absence of any form of instilled character. Gun laws will never affect the crime rates because the only part of the citizenry that will abide by them is the one that doesn't break them. Criminals are affected by gun laws. However, those men and women that attended the gun show recently are on a lonely, narrow road that regretfully has a dead end. As political correctness rapidly ascends to epidemic proportions, the liberal mentality assigns blame for societal breakdown to anything but the correct target. They think it's the gun. It's always some other person or inanimate object or institution's fault. When wayward children, black, white, Asian, Indian, or otherwise, grow up to be criminals, we need to look no further than the mirror to assign responsibility and blame. Some parents are not fit parents. Some sire children and depend upon the government to raise them. Some abandon the traditional family. Some choose to be criminals. It's all a matter of choice to someone. It's simple, and it's a shame. Now this.
Boy, we're having fun now. Jump in here and join us. We're a wide open gang waiting to hear from you. Kingston, Georgia, my friend Jimmy on the radio. Hello, Jimmy.
Hey, Ludlow.
How you doing, pal?
Oh, I feel pretty good this morning. You?
I feel good today.
That's good. How about them Braves? You know, when they put the camera on them in the dugout, they look so tired. Did you notice that?
I don't know. I expect to just look whooped.
They look whooped and tired. I could see palm trees in their eyes.
Yeah.
They want a vacation. They're going to get it, I believe.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right. Yeah, that's a great ball team. That is a great baseball team, and they're not playing like a great baseball team.
They sure aren't. They just look tired to me.
Yeah.
Real tired. Ludlow, did you hear about the nun and the priest playing golf over there in Ireland?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they were playing, and every time the priest would miss a putt, he would say, "Damn it." And the nun told him, she said, if you say that one more time, I'm not going to play anymore with you. So they got on another hole, and sure enough, he said it. He said, well, if you will play with me a little bit more, I hope, if I say it, I hope a cloud forms and a streak of lightning comes out of it and strikes me. She said, okay, I'll play. Sure enough, the next hole, he missed, and he said it. And sure enough, a cloud formed, streak of lightning come down and hit the nun. And out of the cloud, a voice come and said, damn it.
Jimmy, you take care of your bad son.
Okay, see you later.
I'll
Bye-bye.
talk to you, buddy. 1-800-572-8255 as we go to Covington, Georgia, and talk to Sadie, known worldwide as Sadie Baby.
Oh, good morning, Ludlow.
Good morning, you Dickens. How you doing?
Well, I'm
doing all right now.
Good.
I was over at the local Walmart,
Yeah.
and lightning struck.
Did it really?
All the lights out. Yes, it really did.
My goodness.
And I thought I was hearing prices tumbling, but it wasn't the prices. It was thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Scary.
It was awful. I had to get out and go, and it's terrible with an old lady like me. I need to save money somehow.
Well, you could go back. I mean, it's not going to last forever.
Well, that's true, but you know what my real problem is?
What is that, Sadie?
It's my son.
Bob?
No, Odell, the other son.
The other son?
Right. I was talking to him on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and he revealed a secret. I just wish I'd never known.
Oh.
He came out of the closet. He told me, he said, I'm a liberal, and I'm voting for Gore. And my heart is broken.
Well, no wonder it's broken. What worse words could a mother hear?
It was awful. You change all those dirty diapers and feed them and raise them, and you think you get them grown, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he said, well, if you got change in your pocket, you need to pay more taxes. So I didn't know. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's awful.
He wasn't close by, or I'd have grabbed one of those Motorola's.
That's right. You're never out of ammunition as long as there's a radio around.
That's right, or Motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. I'd have taken that to his backside.
Well.
Oh, if his daddy was still here, he'd wear him out.
Wear him out.
Yes, he would. Well, I don't know what to do, but just pray for me and my son.
Well, I will, and I would start off by disowning him, and then I'd get serious about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I must run.
Take care of yourself, Sadie.
Okay.
I'll talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I want you to visit Colonel Poole's Barbecue in East Elijay, Georgia, and see the world-famous Pig Hill of Fame, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and Jim on the radio. Hello, Jim.
Good morning.
How you doing, pal?
You watched the debate.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I wish I had. I wanted to.
Well,
what do you think?
They keep talking about, Cheney this last 5 years, and he's been out of public office and everything. He's been making all these millions and billions in business and everything, and Lieberman, he kind of stood up and he said, well, I take my wife out in the audience, and she looks like she wants me to go into the private sector. And Cheney come up with a jewel, boy. He said, I'm doing all my best to put you there, boy. You don't. I've always heard, and Grandpa always said, you don't vote for somebody. You vote against somebody else.
Well, I think that's very true. I think that's very true.
You would think with some of the things that they discussed last night, Joe Lieberman of the Jewish faith and Al Gore of the Clinton faith, they wouldn't even be discussing some of the things that they that they all in favor of.
Mm-hmm.
But Lord God, you just hate to see an election come along because you hear all the things that we're sheltered from down south here, I sat on my porch yesterday, and it got real quiet and I could hear a choking, sucking sound like coming from Atlanta. And that's sad. With a new stadium that they got down there, and one man making $15 million a year to play baseball, and he can't catch one or pick it up. They tired. And if they tired, I'd come out of retirement and go down.
Yeah.
I'd let it hit me before I'd let it get past me.
Well, I don't think they're tired. I think I don't know what's wrong. They're much better baseball team we've been seeing. Much better baseball team.
Yeah. A whole lot better.
Yeah. All right, big boy, you take care of yourself.
Have a good one.
I'll talk to you
at
soon.
the fire today, huh?
Oh, yeah, we'll have a big time.
Okay.
See you later.
All right.
Bye-bye. Hey, did you hear? High airfares and huge restrictions are out. AirTran Airways is in because AirTran Airways gives you low fares on every seat, every flight, every day, to all kinds of great cities, and they never make you stay over a Saturday night, or any night for that matter. You don't even have to buy a round-trip ticket. And when they say low fares, they mean fares like this, like $45 one way from Atlanta to Myrtle Beach, or Savannah, or Raleigh-Durham. $68 to Orlando or Miami, and $80 to Boston or Chicago. Here's what you need to do. Just buy your tickets by October 17th and book online at AirTran.com. Save 5% more, or call your travel agent or AirTran Airways at 770-994-8258. AirTran Airways, gang, your airline has arrived.
New from Crudco Records, bringing you your favorite singers and your favorite songs, comes this exciting radio offer. Liberace and Led Zeppelin. That's right, Liberace and Led Zeppelin, your favorite pianist and hard rock band, and all their greatest hits on 4 albums, 8 CDs, 2 cassettes, or 15 8-tracks. This thrilling compilation includes 4 bonus songs featuring Liberace and Led Zeppelin performing together for the first and only time in their careers. Hear Liberace and Led Zeppelin perform Funky Mountain Breakdown, Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, Tammy, and My Cup Runneth Over. Liberace and Led Zeppelin is not available in stores and can only be obtained through this exclusive radio offer. Just send check or money order for $59.95 to Crudco Records in care of Denny, Box 13, Sparks, Mississippi, 81009. The piano mastery of the legendary Liberace and the headbanging sounds of the ultimate power rock band of all time, Led Zeppelin, coming together in this phenomenal recording package. Liberace and Led Zeppelin. Get your copy today. And be sure and ask about our upcoming release, Pavarotti and Pink Floyd.
Go to Spartanburg, talk to my friend Tommy. Hello, Tommy.
Hello, Ludlow. Good morning.
How you doing, pal?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
I just wondered if, talking about old television shows, if anybody remembers Amos and Andy.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
That was one of my best favorite shows.
Funny stuff.
Yeah. Kingfish.
Oh, yeah.
Andy and Sapphire. Funnest one I've ever seen, I believe, was when the Kingfish sold Andy a house. There wasn't nothing there but the front. He had it propped up. You remember that?
No, but that sounds just like one of the ordinary scams going on.
And he walked through and went out the back door and walked out the backyard. I just wonder if they're ever going to come back. Somebody's going to show them again.
I don't know. It's hard to say. You know.
Yeah.
I think I don't know how many were made.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be a good investment, and I don't think there'd be many complaints about it. I guess so. But
it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Another one I liked too was Little Rascals.
Yeah, yeah.
And Spanky, Buckwheat.
Yeah, you can still catch those every once in a while.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought I'd call you.
I'm glad you did, bud.
Yes, sir.
You take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey, gang, it's Lanier Lodge. You make it your headquarters for visits to Lake Lanier and the beautiful Georgia mountains. It is there. Our number, 1-800-572-8255, Knoxville, Tennessee, and my friend Ed. Good morning, Ed.
Well, say, Chief.
How you doing, buddy?
I didn't mean to throw you a curve about that War of the Roses. I'm sending you material on that.
Oh, you didn't throw me a curve?
I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, good.
And I'm direct descendant of Light Horse Harry Lee. And his son, Black Horse Harry, was a half-brother to Robert E. Lee.
Really?
And Black Horse came to Pikeville, Tennessee. He got in land speculation, had to leave the country.
Mm-hmm.
But now I want to deal with Vice President